how to repot your plants and put them into bigger pots. What you want to do first is get yourself a bigger pot with more soil in it than you already have. If you're putting multiple plants in, then you want to have quite a bigger pot than you had before. The second step is to break it off from the edges. All you have to do is just gently squeeze around until you feel the plant can come out in one solid clump of dirt. So your next step after you fill it up with soil and you check how big the plant is, you want to dig a hole that's just about as deep as the stems are going to reach, which is around to the bottom of this. And then you're good to replant it into the new pot. So now that all the plants have been repotted and you've made a mess with the soil, depending on how moist the soil already is, depends on how much water you give it. So because this was already moist soil, I'm only going to use a little bit. However, if your soil was more dry, then you would use more water. Then, after you're done that, after the plant is all done and nice and watered, now you just gotta clean up the mess that you made, because you 110% made a mess because this is not clean. And then you realize that there was water in the dirt, and you made an even bigger mess than you thought you already had, and no matter where you put the broom, you got more mud. It's great. Some questions you might have about everything that I just did. One of the questions might be, why do you dampen the soil after you put the plants in? The main reason for this is to enable the root growth and keep the plant standing up more straight when it's sitting there in the box for a long period of time, or in your pot, whatever you have it in. It keeps it stronger and it will enable root growth. Another question you might have is, how do I know whether or not I should put my plant in with other ones? For this, you can do some simple research, but there are some plants that do enjoy being on their own and others that enjoy being in groups. This, for example, just a common house fern. You never want to just have one strand in a thing on its own. You want to have it in a group. Same with the snake plant that I just showed. That one grows better when it's in multiple groups, and it helps it to grow and to become a stronger plant overall. Last question I'm going to answer is, how do you know what size pot to go with? Because there's a lot of different sizes, but roughly if you have many pots like this, or if you're going out to a store, you usually want to go a couple inches longer and a couple inches wider. No matter what, you want to have a similar diameter, but you don't want to go too big. The reason why I used such a bigger pot for that one was because there was multiple plants, so you had to multiply how many was in it. However, typically you would only move up one size per plant. That will be all. Thank you for watching the plant video.